Hey everyone, Windy Bid here. Just going to start doing a quick little, hopefully weekly vlogs, blogs, whatever you want to call them. Just updating everyone as to what I've been up to and what my plans are going forward. So, this week I've been working on quite a few things actually. Mostly been working on RagTag, which is my latest game. It's going to be released on the 13th of March, so that's next Wednesday. So there's been a lot of work going on around that. As I've been getting right towards the end of development, it's been a tough ride. So it's been a 9-month development cycle, there or thereabouts, and it's been a challenge, this one. But it's there, it's finished, it's fun to play. I'm really quite happy with it. It's been mostly this week. I've been working on sort of tester feedback, so it's been handed out to quite a few people. Lots of bugs have been found, lots of bugs have been crushed, lots of tears, lots of stress, but I'm confident it's done. So probably the biggest problem I had is there was a major AI bug that kept popping up, and that was to do with a timer was slightly misfiring, and it was hard to test on multiple computers. I couldn't replicate it on mine, a couple of developers couldn't replicate it on theirs. Some testers really did have a problem, but that seems to be alleviated, and it appears that pretty much every single tester has been managed to play the game through and considerably tested it without that issue popping up. So I'm quite pleased with that. Other than that, it's had a couple of other little bits and bobs, quality of life changes, UI updates, just clarifying where things go, what you click on. So it's always an interesting issue when you are making a game, because you spend so much time looking at it. You don't realise just how unclear something so obvious can be. It's obvious to me because I made it, and it's obvious to people who know the product or the game because they've seen it. But when you're looking at it for the first time, sometimes it's not always obvious where you've got to click. So there's been a lot of work around that, just trying to look at it with fresh eyes as often as I possibly can. And yeah, so that's RagTag. It's at the end. It's been tough, mainly because it's really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've been using, for the first time, I used a physics engine and an AI, two things that I've never worked with before in the past, and intend to never work with again. But I probably will. But they are tough beasts to master. But I'm quite confident that it's all come together nicely, and I think it's going to be a great game, and I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with it. I do hope. So watch this space. Again, comes out next Wednesday. That's the 13th of March. And because of that, I've obviously been doing a lot of the Steam back-end stuff. So uploading it to Steam, sorting out the soundtrack DLC. That's going to be up there. And just making sure that that's all running smooth. All the Steam achievements in. That's all working. It's pretty much good to go. I've got a nice lead-on time as well. So I don't usually have like a week or 2 weeks of the game being finished. It's been finished, tested, and then there's been a nice chunk of time between then and release, just to sort of settle down and ready myself and, marketing push, speak to people, try and put out some information and so on. So that's been really good. But no doubt it will get stressful again over the next couple of days. And so that's pretty much RagTag, really, tying that one up. But the end of RagTag means I'm moving on to another game. Next game is going to be Geo2. So if anyone does know me or knows any of my games, Geo was it was my second video game that I released. And it's basically about mining planets, comets that you find out in space, and then using what you find to upgrade your ability to drill. So it's like a circle of make money, get stronger, make more money, get even stronger, make even more money, and so on. So there's been a lot of planning around Geo2 over the last month, I would say. It's going to take some of the good stuff and put it into Geo2, and there's some new concepts going in, some new stuff. It's going to be really awesome. So that is exciting. I'm really looking forward to digging into that. I've been working on some prototypes, trying to figure out how I'm going to generate the planets, because the planets are much more complicated than Geo1. Again, procedurally generated based around data points to do with the planets. So the planets again are going to have random stats, and those are going to dictate what you're going to find and how much money you're going to make, how difficult it's going to be, etc. So different elements. It could be a hot planet, it could be a cold planet, how deep the planet is, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of there's a lot of new stuff going in. You won't be building a headquarters anymore. So if anyone's familiar with Geo1, you use the money you made to build a headquarters. So that idea is gone. Instead, you're going to be colonizing different planets if they're suitable to build on. So that's an interesting concept that's coming in. I'm really excited to dig into that one. And yeah, so it's just prototyping, procedural generation, prototyping how I'm going to deal with that and deal with much more complicated planets. So I can't just throw all the data in. It has to be built in chunks as the player moves around and things like this. And I'll go into more depth about that in the coming weeks as I work more on it. But it is coming. Geo2 is next, and that will be game number 7, which I can't believe. I can't believe I managed to get to 7. To be perfectly honest, 6 is great. RagTag's number 6. Geo2 is going to be number 7. Could be a sneaky number 7 in before Geo2. Geo2 could be 8. Who knows? So, and that's basically been this week. It was also my birthday. My birthday's been and gone. 34 years young. So rushing towards the endless abyss of death. But we're having fun on the way there, and that's what it's all about. Spent that time in Prague with my lovely wife, so that was fantastic, but I won't prattle on too much about that. But yeah, here I am. I'm back, and I'm working on Geo2 and getting ready for RagTag release. All of this work's being done live on Twitch. If anyone wants to head over to my Twitch channel, the link will be in the description of this video, so check that out. I work on it almost every day of the week, and I'm there live, so come in, say hello. And that's it for me. I will hopefully do another one of these next week. And just cover what I've been up to. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, remember to smash that like button and leave a comment. And hope to see you around. Thank you very much.